Let's talk about one of the biggest financial hurdles any family can face, figuring out how to pay for long-term care. Today, we're going to dive deep into a really important topic for folks here in Georgia, how you can actually plan for those costs and qualify for help without watching your life savings just vanish. I mean, that's a scary thought, isn't it? But it's a very real fear, and the numbers tell you why. Get this, almost 70% of us will need some kind of long-term care. And here in Georgia, the average nursing home is costing well over $7,000 a month. It's not hard to see how fast a nest egg can get eaten up. So this new reality puts a lot of families in a really tough spot. It's kind of a classic catch-22, and we're going to break down exactly what that means.
Okay, so here's the trap. Let's say you did everything right. You worked hard, you saved diligently, and you've got $150,000 in the bank. That's a great nest egg. But it's not nearly enough to pay for years of professional care. And here's the kicker. That same $150,000 is too much to qualify for Medicaid. So you're stuck right in the middle with no clear way to move forward.
And to make it even more complicated, Georgia's Medicaid system has what's called a 5-year look-back period. So what does that mean? Well, it means when you apply, they're going to go through your finances with a fine-tooth comb for the last 5 years. They're looking for any money or assets you might have given away, maybe to your kids. And if they find something, they can hit you with a penalty that delays your benefits even longer. So with all these rules and traps, what on earth are you supposed to do? Well, it turns out there is a specific and totally legal financial tool that was designed for this exact problem. It's called a Medicaid-compliant annuity, or MCA. Let's go back to that $150,000. As a lump sum, Medicaid sees that as a countable asset that disqualifies you. Simple as that. And MCA lets you take that lump sum and, poof, turn it into a steady monthly income stream. And because Medicaid looks at that income stream differently than a pile of savings, it can be the absolute key to getting you under the asset limit and qualifying for the care you need. Now, of course, this isn't just any old annuity. For it to work, it has to follow some very strict rules. It has to be irrevocable, which means once you set it up, you can't change your mind or cash it out. It's also non-assignable, so you can't sell it or give it away. And the payments have to be equal and calculated to last for your lifetime. It's all very specific.
So we know what it is, but the really crucial part is understanding how it works. How does this thing actually protect your money while getting you the care you need? Let's walk through the process.
Really, it's a pretty simple and strategic conversion. You use a chunk of your savings to buy the annuity. The moment you do that, that money is no longer a countable asset. Instead, it's just an income stream. And I want to be super clear about this. This is not some sneaky loophole or a way to hide money. It's a well-known, recognized planning strategy that simply repositions your finances so they line up with Medicaid's rules. Okay, and this is where this strategy becomes an absolute game changer. I'm talking about married couples, where one spouse needs care, but the other, the community spouse, is still living at home. You see, there are federal laws designed to prevent something called spousal impoverishment. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's to stop a situation where the cost of care for one spouse completely wipes out the other financially. The whole point is to make sure the spouse at home isn't left broke, and an MCA is one of the main tools used to make sure they have a secure financial future. Let's make this real. Imagine a couple, John and Mary. They've worked their whole lives and saved up $200,000. But now, John's health has taken a turn, and he needs nursing home care. The problem? That $200,000 is way too much for him to qualify for Medicaid.
So, they sit down with a financial professional. They take $150,000 of their savings and use it to purchase a Medicaid-compliant annuity. They structure it in Mary's name, so she now has a fixed monthly income to cover her bills, while John's getting the care he needs.
And just like that, you see the result. By turning that $150,000 into an income stream for Mary, their countable assets drop all the way down to $50,000, which is now below the limit. John qualifies for Medicaid to pay for his nursing home bills, and Mary not only keeps the rest of their savings, but also has a secure income to live comfortably at home. It's a total win-win. Seeing how this plays out in the real world probably gets you thinking, right? If you're worried about this for your own family, what are the actual concrete steps you should be taking?
Honestly, the process almost always starts with just having a conversation with someone who really knows this stuff, like an elder law attorney or a financial advisor who specializes in this area. They'll help you create a plan that's tailored for your family, and then they'll guide you through actually putting it in place, making sure all the complicated rules are followed to the letter.
The biggest takeaway here is this. The sooner you start thinking about long-term care, the more options you're going to have. Being proactive is about more than just protecting your assets. It's about making sure your loved ones get the care they need, and it's about giving yourself some invaluable peace of mind.
That crucial first step really is just that initial consultation. Talking to a professional and getting a clear picture of your unique situation is what sheds light on all the options that are actually available to you. At the end of the day, wading through all the complexities of Medicaid isn't really about the numbers. It's about securing a stable future for your family. A good plan gives you financial protection, sure, but it also gives you clarity and confidence when life throws you a curveball. So the final question is really for you. What steps can you take today to secure that future?